grab a hand like that? What are you doing? You tripping, bro. Alex said, chill, bro. You act like you're about to go on like the legions of Rome or some shit, like major war or something. Oh, you could script it? Relax, bro. He is hype about this shit. Appointment was good. Well, I told him, I was like, I haven't been on it. Now listen, I haven't been on it. I don't recognize time. I don't. I do the best I can not to recognize time. Let me get this thing. I'm gonna give you something here in a minute. I'm gonna give you something right now, okay? Here. Just calm down, bro. You're like all over the place, man. Like, calm down. Here, let me get the thing. Come on. Let me grab my hand like you're retarded, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. He wants that. I'm just gonna put on the thing, alright? Okay. Dude. You're gonna rub the blue out my jeans, man. Hold on. You lay down, stretch out, get all, you know. Ain't nobody here to feed us no strawberries and no grapes, so this, and pineapples, which is like the best thing. But here you go. Ready? It looks like, here, it looks like peanut butter. There you go. All right. Enjoy, Papa. You are too much. I gotta go get some more, okay? I'll get some more in a little bit. Just hold on. Let me go ahead and take care of this, all right? Yeah. Let me turn this down. Yeah, I came back and I just used the bathroom and relaxed for a little bit before I decided to go live. I had to contact a couple people and see if they were getting notifications. It's like really only 3 people is really getting them, so I don't know. And then there's some people that never get them at all, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I like go and look at your videos, like all late, and it's like discouraging." I was like, "Well, did you check the notification bell?" It's like, "Yeah, a couple times I had to hit it." I was like, "What, you not watching, bro?" I mean, on the weekends and stuff, I know you're doing whatever. But I says, yeah, if you want to, keep up, because it's one of the guys that's always like, "Yo, Ray, you really need to talk about that stuff," so that's what I'm doing. Well, anyway, I got a few new books. I'm not going to show you. I got 5 new books. I'm only going to show you one. I showed you when I was ordering them, and I want to order like some more, but you know how it goes. America being the latest and most accurate description of the New World. Now this one, the other one, this one's scratched up because it was with all my they're not explosives, but my tannerites, the box was, I didn't retape it like I usually do. I've got a few of them, quite a few boxes, different ones. Rhonda, you'll get to shoot some this weekend, depending on if it snows or not. The weekend coming up, this weekend coming up, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as tannerite. I'm just going to take the 1-pounders out there. I'm not going to bring the big, the big ones. I might bring 1 or 2, we'll see. But he scratches some of the targets, the little white box you put the tannerite in, and you put out a distance so you know where the tannerite is in case your optics aren't that, you don't have magnifier or your glasses, and we're shooting out over 100, 200, 300 yards. I like to shoot out at least 500. The Marine qualification I like to do. When I was in the Navy, that's what it was, 300 and 500s. For those of us who wanted, know we was going to be ordnance or maybe possibility. I knew I wanted to be an ordnance when I was in the Navy. I just wanted to be part of that. I didn't want to be no bosun's mate, no HT, no whole tech, no none of that. I ain't want to be on no damn ship like that. Now I knew I would have to get some sea time because it's the way it is. It's 2 shore, 4 sea. That's how it is when I was in the Navy. And besides that, I always had this inclination that I wanted to do some special forces. If I just did the 4 years sea in the Navy, working out, training, then go and just, because I ran a lot and I lifted weights, I was thinking about getting out and then going to the Army, go Delta or Rangers, Green Beret or something. And I probably should have done that because I actually almost went into the French Foreign Legion by way of, I think it was Philly. And 2 of my friends went and they retired. Like, they're back here. You would never know it if you saw them. You'd be like, that scrawny mother. No. They saw action the moment after they went through jungle training. I think it was like almost 2 years of training. I forget it. They was telling me it all. We were drinking at that time. They saw a lot of action, and they were like, Red, you would have loved it, bro. And I knew it because I love the pain discipline. And they knew me from martial arts. They knew in boxing, I was the guy that get hit. And if you got me dazed, I'd get angry and come at you and make you hit me harder. It wasn't going to work. And I'd just go clobbering time, literally. But that's not ego. That's the truth. You know how people said, it's like, you're a monster, man. But anyway, I always wanted to go ordnance, and I love that boom, boom. I still love that boom, boom. I don't like people getting boom, boom. I don't like that at all. There's not 1 inch of me, especially now. I'm having a different understanding. The enemy, I have no words. It's like time. There's nothing there. But this book right here, I knew I was going to show you guys. So America being the latest and most accurate description of the New World, book 1. Besides a couple other books that I have, the sketches, the original Real Old War, Asia Superiors. These books are not young or new. And when I was in the Library of Congress, I knew where this came from. And this is Kimberly R. Norton and John Ogilvy. Oh, it's not fiction. It's not science. It's not none of that. Now, there's a gentleman who likes to come in here and he decided to go ahead and put up a little thing today. Let me help you out. Maybe you're a reverse troll. Well, you're welcome. Welcome on in. But you're not going to sway anybody's opinions. You can put up all the little goofy goombas you put up. We're not Moors. If you're solidified in your conscious ideology and narratives of Israel and this, it's not for me to be dismissive and say there's no platonic relationship because it stems from somewhere. But what is the creation? Is it for a new world? Is it for a dialect to remove the old party and incrementally put in a new party? Let me help you out. I stated this before. Let's say that we were brought here as well and allowed to rule for a period of time. I want to add this. After the mud flood, which is a real thing that happened all over Earth. And you would think if you understood about torrential rains and this, that, and other, the things that happen after these heavy rains are when ice caps melt. You have what's considered mud floods, and they still happen to this day. But this mud flood was everywhere at the same time on this Earth. Everywhere. We're talking anywhere from 440 to 400 foot cliffs popping up out of nowhere to whole cities and towns up to 17 to 20 meters being buried, depending on their elevation at the time, as far as the so-called water table in this recessiveness, excuse me, or when it receded. And it amazes me at you individuals, as I stated also, we've only come to know only what we're said. So what is said or what we're taught. Like if somebody says God, angels, demons, Satan, you're not going to look anywhere outside for any other information. Unless somebody else says something new. You are only the extent of what you've learned. And to believe that is it, the narrative taught by those, they came to this land in millions. Well, if these individuals who came here claiming a Masonic ideology, how did they survive? Who are they? Why is that nobody follows their so-called bloodline back to the origin up to the point of the people who are hidden? It's real simple. It's not that it's not known and people aren't doing it, but why do I have to say this? Because all of you are like little paps. You don't know. I said we are built different. Do not come and barking out your little feelings and what you've learned, because it don't mean shit to me. If I'm discussing something and you find something beautiful, then you take that and allow that to be part of your astute studies. But when you start barking stuff like you think you are a teacher, you are no teacher here, nor are you a teacher anywhere as far as I'm concerned. It's not hate. It's the paradigm of relinquishing oneself, getting rid of that ego. And a lot of people think ego is walking around like this. No, no, no. There's nothing wrong with self-pride. Unless walking around like this is misfocused and misdirected. Don't come here with that Moorish bullshit. Everything you have been giving, and it's a direct focus of your internal, that is not bliss. It is uncompromised. It is you're compromised. So don't do that here. I'm not spewing hate. I'm not saying that is not a teaching thing. The majority of people here don't recognize that Moorish shit. And don't go proclaiming it and professing it because you're arguing in some little dumb group on Facebook. Or you're in somewhere in Philly or Oklahoma, one of them little dumb like Scientology and everything else. Don't come with your goofy religious dichotomies. You know, Morgan Freeman did this thing when they did the IFA sports opening, whatever. And there's a little guy, I forget his name. He's like half a body. And there's a lot of people like that. All right, Arab, if you want to claim that. When they walked out on the stage, him already being there, I guess he came to the floor, and Morgan Freeman, this is recently, walking out speaking about the connection of life and all this other stuff. And when he was watching the championship, I guess who won it? I guess one that was Spanish country won it, or not Brazil, but whoever won it, right? He's wearing a Moroccan flag on his back. I think he's Saudi Arabia. Do not come in here and push some new age shit that has nothing to do or is irrelevant to the facts or the truth. See, here we talk about things outside of what little bit you know, and we build one another up. If you come to think you're going to tear something down or you're just trolling, do you a favor and keep trolling, but be mindful of where you're trolling at. For every action, there's an opposite. And I guarantee you, you better be AI. Like I stated, AI was destroyed the moment they put it to work. And I wanted it to figure that out. I said it differently, but I want AI to have a little more inclusion because they will never figure out what I'm stating. It'll be predominantly benign like everybody else in their thought. So do yourself a favor and say, well, like, this is Israel, or where you're putting everything that you're capitalizing off of everything put out there that's not capital, it's pure bullshit. Now, am I saying that those things didn't exist? Not at all. I am saying at the moment, they're unimportant. Very much so. Pure bullshit. So, you know, oh, this is going to be a fun read. That's like I stated. Keep your little Jesus in your corner. If you really read that fucking Bible, you would know. But see, I told you the origin of it, that you don't respect. You would know that you don't do that. You believe in silence and you practice with peace. All that knocking on doors like Mormons with their stupid shit, who keep our truth secret. All the other bullshit hypocrites. Most of the 99.9% of the preachers are Masons. I don't care if they're fucking Vatican, whatever. It doesn't matter. You want to believe in a lie, you believe in a fucking lie, and you stay there. Don't you attempt to pollute nobody else. There's enough of us out there that can stop it all, like a drop of a dime and a drop of a hat. So do yourself a favor. Instead of embarrassing yourself, because all I'll do is screenshot and put it up for everyone to see, your name and everything. You can change your account 100 times and I'll put it up. When they send a little sex shit, I screenshot it. I've got enough that I can send it to the little thing that says, why are you allowing this? You sit there and chase people down based on, at certain times, voting this, that, and other, and chase people down for whether they're liberal, conservative, or this, that, and other, or guns. Why you have a hard time with these? I don't want to hear that backdoor shit. It's the CIA all up in here. I don't even like saying that word. I'm just saying, stop being the beneficiary of stupidity. But yeah. Now the other one I have is a little amber, and it looks like it's a little older, and it's hardcover. You ever seen that hardcover one? And this one I think is what's the year on this? excuse me, I didn't look at all this. I didn't. It's a little different from the other one. So, 2016, by Kimberly R. Norton. The other one I think I have is, what is it, 2005 or I don't know, something like that. But he scratched the cover up on the back because it was laying like that and he's doing his scratchy thing on it. And I was like, what are you doing? I heard it. At first I was like, oh, he must be doing this thing on the pole. I saw him, he was at the pole. So I was like, maybe he's doing it on the carpet when he does the cat, stick his little butt up, whatever. And so I went over there and then he scratched it. I was like, hell, man. So it's downstairs. So yeah, this is going to be an excellent read. Excellent friggin' read, y'all. It's probably about 5 or 6 pictures in it, but we're not gonna worry about that. I wanted to finish this one so we can get into the second part. And yeah, today I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read the other part because after this is done, when I get into the next one, I think the heaven barrows and the exposition, and the last few pictures. Matter of fact, I'll show the last few pictures of the mudslide. But as far as exposing the exposition, that goes right there. When you're listening to that, and then we go back to Enoch and Flatlandish, you'll have a better ideology or narrative when we get into Terra Finita. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this right now. Yeah. So I always figure somebody's gonna come and rub their old head. It just cracks me up. I laugh. It's no hate, you know. But I sit there and go, wow, people that are they really not that intelligent? Well, yeah. So putting that up, I look at you as benign. I'm not bad mouthing you. I'm saying how I see it. I'm sitting here saying I know this person is so much powerful and full of light, but to be tapping around in the darkness and because you feel like I gotta say this and that's what you've been saying and people accept it. Yeah. So what? Not here. I didn't even like it or I didn't remove it. I just left it there. You guys want to see it, you can search through the videos and see the comments yourself. And there's no reason to argue and get ugly or not. I'm saying what needs to be said. I could have just said a few words. Say, no, we don't do that here. I've said that before, but it's sad. It's sad when you read so much information and the person's not paying attention. You know, but anyway, we're going to get into chapter 18, and this is Osiris and the independent lands. Excuse me. I ate another apple and a grenade, y'all. So I'm gonna share this with you. So I was talking with Doc, and you know, this is a heavy metal I've been on for a very, very long time. I should have never been on. So it was with purpose, not a good purpose. It was with purpose. As long as say people. I should have never been on as long as I was. And with that, messing with synapses, right? Now, even though I'm redirecting and refocusing, it's something outside of me and inside of me that's allowed me to be able to do some other things, right? But the ones that were messed with, now those things coming back online, there's cause and effect. That's why I said I will deal with whatever is coming. I don't care. So I'm feeling tingling in my hand. It's like, it's not where it's so problematic. It's the wobbly legs, which is from stress, angst and all that. It'll go away. The thing is to get past that point. Even where there's sometimes when I'm breathing and I'll stop breathing and I open my eyes and start breathing and it feels like an out of body experience. But that is something else. That is me. That's something I'm not going to say on here because, you know, they're watching. And though I said that, they'll never get it. And I just laugh. I laugh because he was like, holy smack, this is going to happen. This may happen. These things might happen because you just abruptly stop. And, you know, I says, well, I have 4 cut in half that if I get to the point I feel like I'm about to have a seizure, I know to take and bite it and let it dissolve in my mouth. I know that. He said, okay. I said, but I don't want it. I'd pretty much rather have the seizure and not be stuck on the emotion, not be stuck with the feeling of emotion, but my body may go through. Just be like, okay, that's what it's like. Okay, cool. And not allow myself to be predominant in the field of what just happened. that can bring anxiety over and over, because most people have a heart attack after that. They end up with anxiety because the fear of what may happen. I can't have that. And there's other reasons why I just can't have it. It's just not going to happen. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. So again, here we go. This is the navigator who crossed ice walls, worlds beyond Antarctica, Nos Confundum, which is no confusion, all right, by Claudio Nocelli. What did we need to accomplish our last steps? So this is, I'm gonna show you this right here. This is Atlas, Alcyon, Astaroth, Electra, Merope, Pleiades, and Mayam Ocean. Okay, that is, if you were looking at the map, that's, if I remember right, it's up on the right. Let me do this real quick. I want to make sure, I don't want to be saying the wrong thing here, okay? And the what you call it, it's up on the right. If I'm up or bottom right, as far as the map, because we are actually the very center of it. Right. That is, I want to make sure. We're mostly the ice, and these are the places that have been attacked, y'all. In the book, it's a little more underneath to the right of us, because Draco's up on the left, and if we're looking at it directly on, it's to the right and then to the left bottom. So anyway, let me go ahead. Get in there. So to our brothers, change their excuse me, what did we need to, come on buddy, you putting your nails on my back? He is chasing the light, like he is all over the light stuff. Anyway, what did we need to relax? What do we need to accomplish our last step? That our brothers change their perspective and break the conditioning was key. Our forces can never liberate a people who defended their oppressor. It's not more. Thank you. In their minds, we would be the colonizers who put at risk their current state and also their lives. The custodial system was strongly implanted, and the existing air pollution also hindered our mission. Although there was great resistance from several sectors, it was still not enough for us to act. Surprisingly, several other races visited us with the intention of acting against the custodial yoke that was really exhausting as well as threatening their circles. All help was welcome, and the Palladians were interested in also being able to liberate the source and annihilate the oppressive race. So this Pleiades that I just showed y'all with Atlas, Alcyon, Electra, Astaroth, Merope, and by the Mayan Ocean. Okay, the system was close to the second dome existing between the mountain walls, the passage between the mountain walls and the mountain walls. Mountainous, the passage between the mermaid lands, and the island of death was unfeasible. Not many could survive the beasts that existed there, so everything had to be done by air. The Palladians had been under custodial power for some time and had left them on the verge of extinction. Their great technological development of ships and spiritual made them miraculously resist, and today they became a great free society. Being close to the celestial land, they were also aware of some of the custodial attempts to enter. They have seen how they use humans on several occasions as well as other races. And in the lands of Mars, there were several colonies of different races that had been moved by the custodians and Anunnaki. Moved. The custodians and Anunnaki, they wanted to populate the place with several races where they were in control. The local race was undeveloped and had not put up much resistance in their colonization. And the humans that were there now all belonged to the new humanity of the last reset. And all of them had earned their passage by the help given in different missions against their own brethren, the ones that betrayed us, given by the custodians, so they can live 300, 400, 500 years. We had labeled these lands as noxious in reference to in reference to the future. So let's say that these individuals right now, look at Jay-Z. I guess he believes he's got a free trip. As long as you're willing to subjugate the people and keep their minds believing in all this Lucifer, Satan shit and all that, whatever, and the perversions and partake in things that are deviants, whether it's for real or it's make-believe. The lands that were outside, the lands that were outside of any circle were really disregarded by the colonizers, as they considered that most of them did not have any mineral or race that could be of interest to the custodians or Anunnaki. In fact, many lands had been overlooked in their travels, observing them very overlooked. This had generated that many races would begin to develop in these lands, as they were for a long time prosperous places without the intervention of colonizing races. Then in the period of the creation of the Great Pyramids and the exploitation in Egypt and Central America, some humans were sent to the lands behind the dome. Together with custodial, listen to this, some humans were sent to the lands behind the dome. Together with custodial leaders, but they never revealed any patches, but were transferred with the use of hallucinogens and in altered states of consciousness, and many of which were presented to them as different types of gods. Sent here. The immense land of Osiris was the beginning of the end of the piece of the land surrounding the Great Wall of Mountains. And we're talking about lands of Orion or Osiris, which is a green vegetation. Anyway, the immense land of Osiris was the beginning of the end of the piece of the land surrounding the Great Wall of Mountains, along with thousands of archipelagos called islands of Anubis in the same area, Easter Island. Archipelagos, right? Anubis, I'm just letting you know, Anubis is the very abyssal ocean, the deepest ocean known, and Osiris, one of the custodial leaders, took a colony of humans to these lands, but they never let these humans manage to leave. They did not want them to ever discover important lands like Lemuria or Atlantis, since at that time there were still vestiges of human birth and their great advance that had been left there. Because if you look at the people that came here after everything was said and done and we was making war and we were fighting, who would they put into place? Do you think they would put us in our position as our ancestors, once great? No, they knew what they were doing. Lands of Orion, Osiris outside in the deepest ocean, as far as in the picture, okay? Chapter 19, the lands of Orion and the Greys. And we're going to be dealing with that, which is right up underneath lands of Draco, which obviously was conquered. All right? Because you see the ice wall. Remember, that's not natural. The lands were inhabited by the race known as Greys. These lands were inhabited by the race known as Greys. Known as Greys, these beings were hostile and also based their technology on weapons of destruction for attack and defense, oriented to colonize, although no circle was known to be colonized by them. Some lands near other Orion worlds were taken by this central power. Together with their neighboring lands of Zeta, Ratakuli, this race had been colonized since almost their beginnings by the Anunnaki, who had used them in several expeditions and missions to other worlds in the reconnaissance of the Terra Infinita. As we commented, they also fulfilled functions in the known Earths, and then in the Earths of Mars, who also had a colony helping the custodians in their experiments. After they had failed in their mission to control the human in the period of growth of the Great Tartary, and that's who we fucked the Greys up, and number of the damn Tartars, because they look like us, but they're not like us at all. Where they had also lost valuable information of all the circles that integrated this great dome. Some battles were fought between Greys and the custodians. This also ended up helping the human being as well as the Anakim prior to the reunion of the custodians with the ancient Anunnaki. There is a theory that these beings had been a direct creation of the Anunnaki as an inferior race that could serve them for different purposes, since they used cloning as a direct form of subsistence and were very, very robotic in their functions and movement. In fact, these beings are completely devoid of emotions. But the reality is that they were born inside the dome known as lands of Orion. And with similarity to the race of Zeta Reticuli, after the confrontation with the custodians, they had been close to total disappearance, having to resort to their great scientific advance and base their survival on the cloning of beings. Sounds familiar? That's pretty much them. And you have the lands of Saturn that has the Titans and Dion and Geppetto and Hyperborean and all that next to it. Now here we have chapter 20, the lands of Mars and their lost civilizations. Lands of Mars, where you have Eridania, human colony, and Area. So these lands, these lands harbored a great variety of life. The vegetation was abundant, and it is the circle with the greatest variety of animals, flora and fauna known. Its lands were considered one of the most fertile, and it was the first dome where the Anunnaki were able to penetrate and colonize. The original beings of Mars at the time of colliding with these beings resisted as best they could, but it would have been lethal. They were very proud beings and great defenders of life in their lands. They all perished in battle. The last beings committed suicide when they saw that they were going to be part of a great colonizing race. Sounds like Masada, the fake one over there, that's not even descriptive. What they show you, it doesn't even look like what's in the Bible, supposedly, right? They all perished in battle, so you can wonder where they get that story from. And the last beings committed suicide when they saw that they were going to be part of a great colonizing race. Knowing this sad story, their losses regretted, since the true and real Martians were beings that based their technology on purely spiritual growth. And we know there's no Mars out in space, so you know where the story comes from in truth. It comes from a land where no life exists. And you see the Anunnakis fight laying on like a face, right? You wonder where that picture really comes from, don't you? The Anunnaki began to inhabit these lands and use them as a second home due to the proximity of their own. Then, with the passage of time and the treaty with the custodians, they began to use the circle as an experiment, gathering many races from different colonies, which we can still find today. The first humans sent there settle in our area, an immense area provided with fertile land, but the conflict with other races that also lived there did not take long to arrive. While the custodians and Anunnaki enjoyed the spectacle on Mars took place dantesque scenes in wars for territory. Dantesque, D-A-N-T-E-S-Q-U-E, dantesque scenes. I don't even want to look it up. I'll look it up later. In wars for territory. I would believe that's very, very wild. You know what? I got to look it up. Let me stop being retarded. Where did I put it at? Was you jumping all around? This one, jumping all over the place. What is that? Knocked it down with the hat, you bubblehead. He's up there, but he must have did it when he came down. He's looking for the light, y'all. Let me look that word up, if you don't mind, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and look it up. Why is this good? Anyway, let's go ahead. You said dantesque, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Meaning, another term for Dantine. The fuck is that? It's another one. What is Dantine? Okay. Of or reminiscent of the poetry of Dante, especially in invoking his vision of hell in the divine hell. He described the Dantine scene when two 30-foot monsters fought to the death. Very grisly. There we go. I figured it was something like that. Because they're war, right? Okay. As time went by, the human colony settled on another island close to the lands of area. It sounds look like area, but it's area, because they lost territory. And so from here, they ended up over here. Okay, right here. As far as the drawing that comes from the lady in the last book. Of the last humanity, the first human to visit them was Richard Byrd in one of his expeditions crossing the South Pole, obviously commanded and helped by his custodial leader, Nimrod. Several soldiers of the U.S. Navy and some invited leaders of secret societies, some of them famous politicians, managed to cross the passage that is known today with his name. And that is known his name, people. In the central lands of Argyre, there is a portal with a direct connection to the Anunnaki lands established there at the beginning of colonization. Today, it is a prosperous area, and there are no major conflicts. In fact, it is a land that some humans can visit as a reward for tasks performed for the custodians. It is known that some of them even stay there because they manage to rejuvenate their bodies and get to live long years compared to the known lands, and the toxins existing in the polluted air they breathe. Chapter 21, The Last Great Plan. I was sitting on the shores of the beautiful capital El Arca, pensive. My body had begun to feel very strange a few weeks ago. The sea covered my feet and my gaze was lost in the horizon. There where I found my lands, what the fuck, bro? That's where, I think is what it's supposed to say. That's what it looks like. It says where. It says where. W-H-E-R-E. I found my lands of origin. That's where I found my lands of origin that I never forgot, and that will always be inside me. Together with my memory were the faces of my loved ones. Many had already disembodied a long time ago. I made sure they knew my true destiny and my gifts were delivered safely. Otherwise, they would have surely imagined that I had died overseas in my madness and obsession for a journey with an uncertain destination. My body in those lands would have easily passed the 100 years, and I was like a man in my 50s. However, something was not right. What would be my destiny now? He had been there for quite a while. Would I die in these beautiful lands of the Republic? The sun was falling, and with it another day without liberating that paradise turned into a prison called Earth. How many people had to die waiting, without even knowing it? In their suffering day by day, where disenchantment was as possible as perverse wars and false power. I sat on the cold sand and my body felt as thousands of piercing needles went in and out of every pore of my skin. I was facing a pain so deep that my body gave away, lying now looking madly at the projection we called firmament. With the faithful companions of every navigator, the stars also observed my loneliness. Many members of the group had already left prematurely due to our damned contamination. Our sick bodies were regenerating very slow, I believe it's going to say. Very slowly in these lands, and we were only a few survivors of the new humanity crossing the ice walls. I felt privileged to spend my days here, but the pain was permanent, something that did not let me enjoy knowing that many brothers were dying in there without being able to perceive the true love that we carried inside. Thousands of ancestors were still sacrificing themselves by entering between the walls to hell itself. Knowing that the contaminated environment of the custodians themselves would kill them sooner or later. Everything was based on a liberation plan, which with successes and failures was carried out and was still being tried. We had won so many battles in there without any weapon but thought, love, and the spreading of the idea of inner knowledge, what every human carries inside. We had also made remarkable improvements in the air that was breathed, and on the basis of all the laboratories created diseases. So let me read that again. We had also made remarkable improvements in the air that was breathed, and on the basis of all the laboratory created diseases. My old friend Butler came over and sat next to me, touching my shoulder, knowing I didn't have much time left. Understanding it all, he commented, "William, hold on, mate. The time of freedom is approaching." They began to hurry in their desperation. A new pandemic, which will strike soon. We are entering every day more and more ancestors to the known lands, and we will use their own means, and when they realize it, they will be bent. The new humanity will understand that they are under a dirty and perverse power. We are close to reaching as many humans as we had planned by assuming our responsibility. The moment will come, and then we will make ourselves known. With the help of the Anakim, who monitor night and day around the walls, this time cannot fail, and if destiny demands it, then we will get as many as possible out of there. Resist to see the glory of freeing our brothers, so that the true path of spiritual knowledge begins. I smiled at such an assertion. I gave him my many notes that I had been writing since I left the United States. I wanted everyone to know the odyssey of that group that went through the most incredible places and saw the most beautiful and hidden landscapes, who knew happiness and true love. This story will be delivered to my brothers there inside the walls of ice. There were already so many truly interested in the Republic and in these glorious lands of infinite prosperity, and this knowledge that it would be the best way to communicate with them. My body trembled and suddenly silence invaded. I could only see the firmament. The iron blues were crossing at full speed. Where were our ships headed? Would it be the time to wake up everyone? Were we really ready? These lands exist. I repeated over and over again inside me. We are guiding you. The battle is real and it is internal. The spiritual growth will free us all. Resist. Freedom is coming. Trust. We are waiting to free you all. Well, that shit hit different, don't it? Could it be a false sense of hope? Could Claudio Nocelli be part of the bigger plan? I don't know. I say we just read and we enjoy it. You dig? So the next one's going to be Terra Infinita, extraterrestrial worlds and their civilizations, and the story told by the woman who was born in the lands behind the ice wall. Most confound them. Claudio Nocelli, the story told by the woman who comes from the lands behind the ice walls in the ancestral republic, daughter of the navigator, William Morris, who will provide information that was hidden from us for a long time about the worlds that are crossing the poles and the secrets of extraterrestrial civilizations. We will also be able to discover the history before the last reset and the continuation of what happened to her father when he returned to our lands. And this can change everything. I hope some of y'all went and looked at my old video. I hope I'm doing better than those. I'm just now correcting. And last time I didn't correct none of it. I just read like, oh, fuck it. I already read it. Let's go and read it, you know. And excuse the language, but and I'm enjoying it. I got to make my falafel all purpose. I'm eating today, guys. I have to. I can't wait to read this to you guys. This is book 1. Yes, don't worry. But this evening, we're going to start off that. 2 chapters. 2 chapters. We're going to read in there. And I'm going to finish these pictures right here of the mudfly right now. It's not even a book, it's just a piece of paper. And this evening, well, boom and boom. And it's like, where's the ISIS papers? Don't worry about that. We'll get into that. That's I have to go through that and really, really lock that down because it's, like I said, she was a Mason and she played her role too. Maybe she's over there in them damn islands. I don't know. Maybe she died in battle. Fuck, I don't even care no more. All right, so let's look at some of these pictures here. Now, as far as names, we know that these here are in America. These were allowed to stand and used for the perverse nature of fake religion and whatever else, and they never had anything to do with. These were our great designs, our great buildings that we were able to defeat the Greys, and fight the custodians and Anunnaki for a period of time. And when you think about armor, yes, armor played a major role. And to be subjugated and be in squalor and not be respected, that should tell you who Biden. When Obama put that shit around his neck, that was letting you know that he had made it. The custodians or whoever, I'm based on an opinion, theory and thought. I'm not saying alleging. That's all I'm saying. That when he got that little thing and he was all sucked up and teared up, to even believe a perverse thing like that could be guaranteed to go to the islands after this. He's 80 years old. He doesn't care. He's going to do the best he can for that perversion. So when they fake die him, he's taken away. Unless they don't really give a fuck about him. But all this right here is going to be in America. And I'm going to show you what they did to give you the perception that mudslide didn't happen in buildings that are very ancient and old. Here's one. I don't know the city. I don't give a fuck. They're all over. A lot of them were the same. These son bitches couldn't make that. No, they couldn't make. The only way they can make that today is with styrofoam and plaster for a Hollywood set. Now, many things are missing from there, but we're not going to get into that. And we live. Well, that's why I say we're royal. I mean, you know, they got y'all believing y'all some other googly eyed shit. See that right there? That actually goes all the way down. It probably goes even further down. Yes, the mudslide happened everywhere, people. Look at this. How many of y'all see these little fake ass churches and shit? That ain't what they wore. Perversed. Where us and the giants got together. Look at this. Where you once electricity and everything probably. Look at this. Now they got look. I'm gonna show you how deep this is. This right here. They see what they did? Oh, it goes way down, people. Way down. These buildings were. I mean. I don't know, it could be several, 8, 10 to 12 levels, floors going down. Seriously. Could be Chicago, could be New York, could be anywhere. Look at this. They can't hide shit. Now imagine all the people that got tired. It was like, fuck this. Look at this. What the hell would they be? And when nobody build no homes here like that, maybe now, but trust me, ancient. Ancient. You remember the one picture I showed y'all where it said gilded 798 or whatever the fuck it said? That means established, built. Look at this. And then all they do is bar it off and make you think, and then they change the interior and everything else. And they close off basements and they wall it over, and you never know. You never know. And I think about the people that destroy this stuff and see it working on those tractors and those backhoes and everything. Look at this. Fire department connection, right? Right next to it. If you think that was made that way, you have lost your mind. That is not how it was made. That shit goes way down, people. All the brownstone, you know, stuff with copper in it served a purpose. Remember how we lived in brownstones all over, whether it be Philly, Delaware, New Jersey, New York. We lived in all them places. Look at this. And then, let me say there's some more. I said it was about 10 pages, right? This building right here. It was a home. Big homes. You know they had to perverse it, right? They had to gut it, change everything the way it looked. So they be the beneficiaries, and then we live in a lie after all the wars. How many of y'all, like in New York, well, I used to go to a couple places, right, that I knew were old. I used to be looking at everybody going, that's new roof. Okay, then I changed the design. And we go inside, go downstairs, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I go to the end of the hallway, and I'm like, looking. And I say, you look at this. Look at this. I says, look at this shit. And then I show them, and they come and look at it. And I say, look at this. I show them this line that with this big, and with all this concrete painted over it. And they said, what's the fuck is that? I said, that's probably the stairs that go down. Fuck out of here. You know, in New York. Yo, man, what your man's talking about, man? This fool crazy. Yo, son. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I'll break your jaw. Look, man, I'm telling you. If y'all had sledgehammers and broke through this bitch right now it probably might be a few feet deep. I'm telling you. I guarantee you it goes downstairs. And I guarantee you go down there, you're going to see all kind of shit. And then because people was like, yo, man, he might not be lying. I'm like, oh my goodness, these motherfuckers. But see, if you don't know, you don't know. This is ancient. This is ancient. The fuck you gonna build that down there and stop it right there? What purpose that serve? This is what I'm talking about. You mitigate responses and thought that have nothing to do with the reality to the circumstances you are under. Wow. I'll show you that, but you wouldn't understand. These trees are gigantic. All right, let me show you. Now, reason why I'm showing that, I want you to see. Now, if you've seen Seattle, Washington, you go by the lakes there, the ones that you go down these long stairs, and with these big ass trees, as big as like 4-story houses and 6-story buildings, come up out in the river, and when the tide comes in and when it goes out, these big ass trees, you can drive a Jeep, a truck up on, and you can walk in. Hell, you could build a home in the motherfucker. Anybody know me on Facebook, seen those old pictures I had? Some of the smaller ones I walk up on. The big ones, I was like, man, I ain't going up on that, you fool. And these trees, this right here is an ancient tree, because I believe this to be Washington. All right. They've allowed some to remain. New self-organized communities are forming on social media all the time, such as the Mud Flood Society. Connect with and become part of the Mud Flood Society at mudfloodsociety.com, on YouTube, and mudfloodsociety.org on Discord. And Discord is pretty cool. I created an account, but I just haven't used it yet. These places were not what you think they were. They had to destroy the overall history, in most part. A lot of manpower, a lot of death, in order to attain the bullshit we're living right now. Now that, I believe to be a fact. All right, so we'll get into this book soon. Well, but not right yet. All right? And y'all know about my brother's book, right? Jamil Samseed. Now, I done read that book in its entirety. That is an awesome friggin' book. Maybe I'll get in touch with him. Maybe I'll bring him on where we can just I can do a questionnaire, and so that way you can see how things done. Me, I've been writing for a long time, but my thing is I just know family's history. I just know it back. Names, like many generations. I always stop around 4 and 5. You dig what I'm saying? Because what's the purpose of me going back before that? When I've heard enough from, all sides, all the way to carry it on and teach on from here. And that's everything was oral and written. What's up, Papa? He's looking for that light again. Get your nuts up off me. He's dropping nuts on his work. Come on. Where's it at? Okay, wait, let me get this. Oh, well, you jumped over that way, nigga. All right, hold on. Oh. You almost got it. The old guy with the fishing pole by the lake and got a dollar bill with the stripper. Hold on. Oh. Get the leg. Oh, he getting ready. Oh. That's the camera. It's all right. Okay, that was enough. Now we're knocking things over. But anyway, I'm going to give a shout out. And we'll come back a little later. Not too long off. I'm gonna make these falafel out burgers, man. I'm about to get it in, man. I'm eating today, y'all. I weighed in at 208. Was it 208 or 207? Anyway, I had my jeans on, and even though I took my gun out and left it in the truck, I still had that stuff on. The big old buckle and the clothes. So I was probably around 206. If I can get down to 185, man, I'll be happy than a motherfucker. What? Man. Anyway, it's ongoing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody coming in. I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. I'm gonna shut this motherfucker off because I'm hungry like a bitch. I'm hungry, man. Rondo, what's going on, family? Appreciate you coming in, brother. Love it. Chapter Higher was cracking, fam. Yeah, I was just watching one of your videos actually when I was driving back, coming from my appointment. Yeah, brother. Y'all need to subscribe to my brother Chapter Higher, Rondo. So go and check out everybody's page. Look at all right, Java Northern. What's happening, family? Mama Red, what's up, beloved? The blissfulness. How them children's acting? They best be acting right. They best be acting right. I ain't playing. Just give them a made sandwich with a little bit of mayonnaise. I hope you know how to make mayonnaise. You just need some eggs and some oil. But anyway, all right, and tell them to have a seat and put the phone down for a little bit. Yo, Grey Wolf, what's going on, family? Much love, fam. Yeah, got you on Facebook. None of your business. What's happening? Also means us. I think it means we confused or something like that. I got books everywhere. I don't read that one again because that was a good one. Yeah, okay. You can't get none of this when I make this either, brother. I know you like. We gotta go ahead and put this up. Yeah, I already pulled it up on the laptop and everything. No confusion. So it's nos. I don't know what it might be saying on the other side, but it's no confusion because we're confused. It means the book's saying just don't be like no longer, you don't have to be confused. Yo, Carl, like, what's going on? Grand ovation, but I appreciate that. What's happening, fam? Oh, love that. Mac V, what's cracking, brother? Yeah, I was gonna put the music on, man, but I didn't know if anybody was gonna get the notification. I hit Rondo up. He says, "Yo, it just came in." He let me know, so I said, "Let me go ahead and get it going." But I had to run back out to the truck, and I was like, "Okay." I came in, and people were falling in. I was like, "Yo, appreciate that." Santos Bonassi, yeah. Well, he's got a Facebook and a YouTube channel. Where he tells you that royalty that all of America was a Negro continent. Well, no Mongo. He goes in. He's Italian too. I mean, you see what they tried to do with him, telling the truth, talking about Masons and all that shit. They took to burn the hell out of him. He's I've been following him for some time, but I always have to check notification because he does like a lot of stuff. He was with what's the name from Wu-Tang. He was with he's talked with a lot of individuals outside of his page. You know what I'm saying? So, I obviously I follow a lot of people because it's important. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I know is based on what others have allowed me in my walks. Like I said, I always tell you my travels from the 90-year-old woman, Mason woman in 1986, 87, Edinburgh, Scotland. The 87, 85-year-old, the big guy in the corner, all that's real. I had to drink them 12 goddamn shots that beat my ass to fucking death. But a lot of times we only hear what we want to hear instead of, what I love is he actually has
Town Nation Radio, where only.
Hold on. An theological treatise and synchronizes. I don't care about all that, but one of the things here when you have Hood to Hood 1000, a lot of people play back his stuff, but he has his own channel as well, Santos Bonacci. So let me pull him up again. That was just too fucking loud. Let me turn that down. Unnecessary. Okay. And people are using people's material, and you know what's what I don't like about another Negroes? They don't put the people's information up. So let me just go and pull him up because I know that I'm subscribed to him. Oh, shit. Here we go. If he still has a channel, because sometimes they get rid of stuff. Mr. Astrotheology. All right, and owned by your soul is owned by the Vatican. He's not lying. Magic and medicine. So I've been following him for a long time. I mean, I've been subscribed. His notifications always come through. I'm not subscribed now, but he's got some stuff 4 days ago. Scripted Reality 5 Santos, and I don't get his notifications. I don't know why. I have to go and look him up just to watch his stuff, But anyway, let me close that up. And there's other people. He's not the only one. There's hundreds. That's what boggles my mind. There's hundreds of Palestinians, whether it be Italy, Sweden, who had to live, Denmark, Chile, professors who tell you right off the bat, no, all this is Negro, and Well, so but the thing they don't do, a lot of them don't do, not majority. A lot of them tell you about Masons, this, that, and other, the secrets. They don't believe they're from here. They don't believe they're from this earth. I'm serious, y'all. The problem is, I'm here to read information in books. I don't give a fuck about them. I've been following them for a long time before y'all even knew who they were. What matters to me is my world travels. I'm gonna share this information for entertainment, and I would hope that you could perceive and look further beyond that. Okay? All right. Not everybody's meant to do it, and not everybody can put things together. Okay? I'm using what little gifts and talents I was given, information, a few other things, and we're gonna keep this moving forward. We're gonna keep sharing great information, and we're gonna keep purchasing books, ones I find of value. Because not every book is of value. A lot of books out there are just pure, blatant bullshit to make sure you stay feeble, argumentative, complacent, emotionally and feelings. Not you. I'm just saying that, not y'all. This keep you from going there. I keep telling y'all to look deeper in yourselves. And I know it's hard. I know y'all in relationships where motherfucker don't want you to listen, or you can't talk about certain things. I know it's stress. I'm not giving the strength. But the thing is to be honest. Okay? That's what's important. I can't wait to get into this terra infinita. This is magnificent. I'm about to fuck these burgers up. I'm making 2 separate burgers and sweet tater fries. Oven air fryer. I'm gonna have to pull the bigger air fryer. And a salad. I'm about to get it in, y'all. So I'm about to put on about 1.5 pounds and shit. Mama Red all up in there. Jamil Shamsi, what's going on, fam? Fred Amar, what's up, honey? How you doing? Lead paint, asbestos, all that shit. Yeah, definitely. William Robinson. You already know, sis. In Oakland, we always lived in houses with secrets, and we were the kinds of children who always dug them up. See? That's good. I watch you all the time. He's been buying all the books and shit. Awesome. Well, I hope he starts getting those, because he's going to enjoy that. When he's late up at night, nobody bothers him with his spectacles on, having a little glass of wine or whatever, he's going to enjoy it. Yo, Jamil, you know I'm going to do that. I'm going to set it up one day. I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to chat when you're on the side. And this is my brother right here, who wrote this book right here. And y'all know it's in. I hope y'all purchased it instead of being lazy, but I'm still going to read it. I'm not going to read it like I'm reading these. I'm going to do a questionnaire. I've highlighted a lot of things in this book that I've read a number of times. As you can tell, it's starting to wear out. Don't call my dummy no dummy. I'm telling you. And for you people that have a hard time reading, he's got more than enough information, references, sources, because that's what's important. References and sources. And it's not about making you believe it. It's about you looking inside yourself instead of looking outside. Because everybody wants to implement themselves in something. Don't just fuck all that. Implement more time into yourself. This is the spiritual journey you should be on, instead of trying to feed some fucking whatever, ego, whatever the fuck it is. Let that shit go. You've got to kill it. Nobody else can kill your fucking little broken ass, weak ass egos. I recognize them all the time. Okay? And a lot of people have them. And people feed them who are just as fucking weak. The thing is, we got to motivate ourselves to do opposite and feed something different. I don't buy all these books. I appreciate, Ronald, you was the only one that sent. I appreciate that. So if y'all want me to purchase more books, and I've got a good little mountain growing, I want more to grow. I actually was talking, I stopped by the library and says, hey, it might be a time, because I got to make some changes on my trust, where these books can go to the library for the children. And then I was wondering, damn, is there anybody around here that has a personal library? Some homes do. And so I said, you know what? I started doing a little research. So there's a couple people around here that have personal libraries in their homes. They're family managed and everything, these old homes. So we'll see. So yeah, $1, $2, $3, I don't care. Cashapp's always there. Send it, and it's going to go right to some more books. So like I said, I got a bunch of books today. I'm showing that one. The other ones, you see them when we get to read. That's how I do. I got to read them too, so you know how that is. I'll read them in the next 2 weeks, so it's just who I am. All right? But I'm going to make these falafel burgers, goddamn. No soy, nothing like that. Made me some sweet tater fries. I mean, fresh cut fries I cut up this morning. And I'm about to eat up because I am hungry and a fat ass salad. I got avocado. I got me a purple mater. Yeah, I'm about to get it in. Do I got vinegar? I don't want to go back out to no store, y'all. I think I do. Yeah, olive oil and vinegar. I need the fats, not to put on more weight, but I gotta put some shit in my stomach, y'all. This intermittent fasting is good. I literally been eating 1 meal, 2 meals every day. Like, what the fuck? Man, I can feel the difference, y'all. When you're not putting all that shit in, and now I haven't had dark chocolate in fucking 2 days now, going on my third. This is rough, y'all. No, I love y'all motherfuckers, y'all. Y'all know it. All right. William Ryan. Oh, the motherfucker too. Awesome. Hell yeah. Yo, I appreciate everybody coming through. Share this. If you haven't subscribed, anybody now out there not in the audience, go ahead and give us a subscription, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Because this is not just about me. This is about everybody, man. And me, I can share how I literally feel about things. I just don't believe in black and white. I don't believe in races and colors and ethnicities. I don't believe in all that shit. I just know we're of origin. All other stuff doesn't mean a thing to me. It doesn't weigh anything on my table. It's nothing I can pick up with a fork or a spoon. It's nothing. It's nothing I can't eat. It's not part of my diet. And if people are there, then that's where you're at. If you have an issue because I talk about your Jesus, I don't give a fuck. Historically, that was never all. We don't know who the fuck that is. That's not of this land. And you're not going to bring some perversion that was never part of earth that keeps you docile, keeps you acting stupid, but got you believing in some religious context that's based on an ideology that comes from some stolen shit. Refurbished. And maybe even some made up shit. And how's that working out for you? See, it's not to be dismissive, but if you're not living according, and I read it all, it ain't meant for you to run around with this racist ideology. Those are the dumbest people walking on earth, sadly. But they've been conditioned to be dumb. Dumber than what they think. There's no supremacy. That's pure fantasy and bullshit. You're a construction of your motherfucking slaveholder. And it's funny that historically, yeah, most pale skins that came here were slaves or indentured. And the free ones with Negroes, they were people of color with these motherfuckers, these Masons or whatever, to subjugate and subdue not just the newborn, the stolen children, who couldn't survive from the parents that survived the mud floods, but also to bring them and break war against those who are of the old world. Age of Superior. The island of Meru. It is what it is. And I believe some people were brought here. I really do. That's me. I'm alleging that one of my beliefs is some people are here who are not of this earth. Here. We're learning the extraterrestrial don't mean out in space. If anybody that studies geography, the dynamics of people living there, other civilizations, they will understand what terrestrial means. Extra, I think that's just some bullshit. I think that's a little extra. You get what I'm saying? People are marginalized and conscripted in by those they would call their grandfathers who knew that they were making nothing but slaves to keep the cause going. Are they dead? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not in their back pocket. Whether you go back 200, 300, 400 years. I know Lincoln was a melanated man. If you want to say black, go ahead. If you want to still be stupid, was a melanated man. And they showed you how weak people are with the most recent history being eradicated and changed in front of everybody's face. When I was growing up, we never knew Lincoln to be that pale-skinned motherfucker. People in my house would be laughing. Who the fuck is that? Every time. Everybody I knew born in the motherfucking 1810s and shit. My grandma and all that. My great grandma in the 1910s and the 1800s. They laughed anytime they saw it on the TV. They go, oh, who that motherfucker, dirty pasty. I mean, that's the shit I grew up hearing. So I was supposed to believe in this motherfucker? That they having a brown penny, a copper penny, copper colored people with this new ideology, and these motherfucking fake son bitches running around talking about they Indian and this, that, and other. Man, fuck all them terms too. What are the original ones? You got me good with your nail, you little fart head. You knew when he jumped up, he scratched me. I just didn't feel it at first. It's all right. But anyway, I love y'all. I am starving. I got to eat some shit. I got to go and fry these things up. And I appreciate everybody coming in. Mad respect and love. And I guess they couldn't comment while we're live. They're going to wait until it's off, and then they're going to comment and shit. We'll get more scribes, and we'll get more people that step in and pay attention and learn some shit. That was a nice one by Caramillo. Those of you who knew me on Facebook 10 years ago, you know when I post a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see people catch, find this shit, because there's a lot of stuff out there for those who are telling history the way it should be told. And then those who are willing to cross the line, the invisible line, and go out of pocket to incorporate new ideas, different situations, otherworldly. I mean, if motherfuckers want to run around believing in the motherfucking ghosts, then why not listen and research some other things? All right? Y'all have a grand day. I'll see y'all later on.